overtaking? Is it safe, legal and worth it? They're the things that we're always looking at. This is a potential worth it. This vehicle has been going quite slow in a 40 limit. We're doing 33 miles an hour at the minute. I know there's a bend coming up, but it's less than likely that they're going to be making some decent progress. I generally, honestly, don't even bother overtaking unless it's glaringly obvious, but we're going to try with this one if it allows us to show you a decent time and a decent way to overtake. So I'm never going to follow closer than 2 seconds. I'm always going to be planning and making certain that I can complete the overtake within half the distance I see is clear. I'm always ready for people behind to be overtaking me. Now there's a potential situation here, but I can't quite see round that left corner well enough, so again I've just dropped it back into 4th gear, and it's a good job I didn't overtake as well. Now again, that situation I can't see quite well enough around the left bend, and what I'm doing, I'm checking the mirrors and I'm positioning for the best view. So it's a mirror, position, and then it's a speed and look routine in preparation. Now the speed part is maybe selecting a lower gear. Lower gear gives us a little bit more power and time to do the overtake, or it creates time for us to do the overtake, because obviously if we're accelerating quicker we can get that completed. You need to know the performance of your own car, but this situation is no good, so we're just keeping our distance no closer than 2 seconds. There is no reason whatsoever, if you're not a blue light driver, to be going any closer than 2 seconds to try and do an overtake. If you can't do it from this 2 second gap and within half that distance you see to be clear, don't bother. Consider, if you're overtaking, a flash of the lights. Consider a right signal. I'm going to flash my lights here, but the lower gears can be used to get past quickly. I'm going to do a right turn at the roundabout, so I'm not coming back in, but if you were to come back in after any overtake, see the vehicle that you've just overtaken in both middle and the left mirrors before you decide to come back. So let's see whether there's an opportunity to overtake this one. Now going particularly slow, 27 miles an hour. I know again we've got a bend coming up, but 27 miles an hour, 25 miles an hour on a national speed limit road. Now I've got plenty of power in 3rd gear with this car. 30 miles an hour. There's a cyclist coming up, so there's no way in the world I'm overtaking. Dropping it again, back down into 4th and keeping my correct separation distance. Always look for other people overtaking when they shouldn't be. Maybe people behind me haven't seen the cyclist. Be careful with the cyclist as well, because overtaking him needs to be done again within half that distance I see as clear. So let's see, there's no way in the world I'm going to overtake with a junction coming up, but I do know that there are little straight bits a little bit further up on this road, and look for that. If you don't know the road, I'm just going to put us into 5th to save a little bit of fuel just for a moment. But if you know the road, great. If you don't, look for maybe telegraph poles, maybe look for hedges. I can see there's a big long straight bit just after a couple of right bends here. I've just cross-viewed. So I am going to look to do an overtake. I'm going to signal, I am going to flash my lights as well. I'm wary because it's a nice day of another motorbike who could be tailing. So no one's behind, I'm all prepped, I'm in 3rd. There's an entrance to the left that I'm just going to leave clear. And it didn't flash in the end. I was happy that they'd seen me. They didn't vary their position. I've got a little bit of a problem here on the right as well. So no, I thought it was just reversing, stuck out the other way for a moment, but the Audi TT was okay. So as you can see, each overtake is different. Each car's different. Don't ever make any rash decisions. Remember, check your mirrors and position for the best view. You're sort of making your decision well before you do your overtake. The speed part of MPSL is maybe selecting a lower gear if you need it for a bit more acceleration, and then the look is to finally decide whether it's good to go. Then you're doing another MSM routine to go around, and effectively you're doing another one to come back in. I got there in the end. I hope that makes sense. I'll see you soon.